Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic.
I'm Peter Drury and it's a pleasure to be alongside Jim Beglin.
Hi Peter, always good to work with you. I'm really looking forward to this now.
Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting.
So that's got things underway. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Little doubt, that is a foul.
Well, it's not taken him long, and that's going to be a booking.
Tries to play it through.
Mbappe absolutely focused then on the defensive side of his game.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline.
Jackie.
Oh, they can break here.
And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
And that's gone loose. Barella does well to get it back.
Yeah, he may feign to shoot and just play it into the box.
Played out wide. Barella. Mbappe. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Van de Ven. Kostic. Now Van de Ven. Vega. Looking for the run. Now it's Paulinho. Oh, that's fabulous.
Rudiger did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on.
Now it's Paulinho. Anything noteworthy in the early part of the match, Jim?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
He is through here. Aimed beyond the defence. Played in. And that is out and behind. It's a good block.
All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
And that has been knocked clear. Rice picks it up out wide. And now they can spring out of defence. It's run loose here. Cherki. Reinders. So a third of the match or thereabouts gone, and we still await the first goal. Looking to play him in.
You have to expect that from everyone now.
Griezmann. Foden.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And, of course, those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that. Good read, needed to be. Cherki. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Thuram. Played out to the right. And it's made its way to him. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested.
That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable here.
He's beat Paulinho! Oh, denied brilliantly!
Paulinho clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
It's their second corner of the game. Marquinhos with the clearance. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now, can they get him? Great chance! Goal! There is the breakthrough! Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
So the first goal of the game.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that things are far from done here, and while there's never a good time to be caught out, you definitely don't want it to be now.
Reinders. Cherki. Saka wins the duel this time.
Bolivia can certainly afford to see this half out now and reset during the break. They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Showing great feet there. Gets into some space. Oh, well played. The only breakthrough then came late in the first half here, and that is the difference. And the score is 1-0. Oh, good-looking ball. Now then, the ball's come loose. Ball's gone out of play. Intercepts the throw, that's well read. Now it's Reinders. Oh, that is a good ball to find him. Reinders. Paulinho.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
And the first 45 minutes are up. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff.
I thought that was a decent 45 minutes of football. Plenty of signs that both managers can take a lot of encouragement from. I would say the mood is neither overly negative nor positive. You still have to approach this like it's 0-0.
Leading 1-0 at the break.
And we're underway again.
Bolivia really need to go and grab another goal now, Peter, if they're going to go on and secure this.
And it's Griezmann. And here's Mbappe. And he's looking at the referee, but the referee is shaking his head. He won't be happy with that one. Foden. Cherki. Couldn't squeeze it through. He's a sharp little ball here. Oh, this looks sharp. Kostic. And it's Bellingham. Paulinho. For Rice. Koundé cuts out the pass. He's through here. Now it's Mbappe. He's had a shot! He's got a goal! They are right back in business.
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here.
A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
The danger was always there, Peter. We all knew they'd be pouncing on any slip or any sort of indecision. They need to sharpen up or it's going to happen again.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect.
He's having a shot! Oh, taken with style! Into the lead once more. Well, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Well, a little more decisiveness on the ball and that probably wouldn't have happened, but still, it was very well played. Great pressure to force.
Big chance! One-on-one!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Se está realizando un cambio.
Griezmann. Reinders. Barella. Reinders. Cherki. Now it's Griezmann. Nicely weighted ball. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation.
Cherki! He has done it! Two to the good, and they are purring, absolutely purring. The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Yeah, and having the thrust to get there is one thing, having the composure to score is another.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches. So the lead now is 2.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Driving on and making good progress. Now that's well seen too. Well, that looks a decent ball. Well, played right into his path. And he's got... And the shot! Relentless! Just relentless! Up by 3. They have their boots on the throats of their foes. And that really is so impressive.
Well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if he'd go all the way. Terrific.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
So now the difference is 3.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
That is an excellent defensive intervention from the front man. And now the breakaway. Well, that has not gone well. Into the last quarter of an hour.
There's a real tenacity about their defensive play, and it's up close and personal.
And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Now it's Mbappe. Great vision. Mbappe looking to run onto it. Mbappe distributed tidily. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Mbappe. And here's Lopez. Barella could try cutting inside here. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Nice try, but he wasn't buying it. Barella. Nicely aimed pass. That is good alertness. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Brahim Diaz. Marquinhos cuts it out. Mbappe looking understandably energised after his goal. Looking for options for movement. Koundé. Keep the ball and you win the game. It really is that simple. Pacho. Time added on 4 minutes. That pass has been well intercepted. That has been cut short. That ball looks a good one. And the shot! It's there! It could be a lifeline! 2 more needed! Truly... So that's it. It is all over. And so they have the outcome they desire. A dose of reality and quality, absolute togetherness, and the job is done. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim? So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here, a clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands.
I'm Peter Drury, and it's a pleasure to be alongside Jim Beglin.
Hi everyone, and thanks Peter, it's great to be on board.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set.
Well, we're on the way. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, Peter, you can never emphasise enough just how important it is to have a dependable goalkeeper, and this fella, Emi Martinez, is certainly one that fits the bill. He's one of the characters left in the game nowadays. I mean, people describe him as a little eccentric, and truth be told, he is at times, but I think we need that in the modern game. We need our characters, we need our big personalities, and I'm glad we've got one here.
Yes, getting the best out of him will count for so much. Ball's gone out of play.
Looking for options for movement. And that pass just didn't quite work. Bellingham. Paulinho. It's Bellingham. Bellingham goes steaming forward. And he's lost his man here.
That's great defensive work. It doesn't take too much imagination to guess what would have happened otherwise.
Oh, look, his determination needed to be greater than the obstacle he was faced with, and it wasn't.
He rises! He's delivered all right!
Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Fermin is sporting a guilty look after that.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Foden. Now it's Thuram. That has been cut short.
Bolivia really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Can he get it through? Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. No way through. And no, that was never going to make it. Gnabry wins the duel this time.
And he shoots!
Oh, the ball's run loose here.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
And that's a throw-in. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Cherki. This looks promising. Gnabry looking to add to his goal. He's shifting through the gears here. And the shot's on here. Mbappe! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Calafiori attempts a clearance. He's a sharp little ball here. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Now that looks a decent ball. Oh, no joy this time. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
And that's very disappointing, it has to be said.
Great ball, and he's in here. Decent chance! It's in! And there we have it, the two-goal cushion.
It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
So that's two now without reply.
You can really sense how important this goal was for them. They needed it.
Great chance!
Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
Well, he's furious with himself, but at least the boss is applauding his effort then.
Caresses it through. No luck with that dink over the top. Now that's well seen too. So what can they make of this? Played down the flank.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Rice. Oh, they can break here. Now it's Thuram. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. He's got away. And it's Bellingham.
That's going in strongly.
That'll be a throw. Defending was strong and firm. Koundé, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Oh, that's a key interception. And that'll be the final action of the first half. Reflections on the first half?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
Se esperan demoras de tránsito después del silbato final.
And that's the start of another 45 minutes.
Well, I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to do, Peter, is give away an early goal. But they can't afford to get too cagey either. So attack with real devilment, go for that goal and see if they can unsettle them. Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And, of course, those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that. Gnabry. Now, can they get him away? Griezmann. Played back in. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? He's been bundled over, that is a foul. Yellow or red? It is red. He does seem to be in considerable discomfort. I do hope it's nothing serious. Well, Jim, there's only one reason that he would be sent off there. It is the...
Paulinho! Oh, taken with style! The second half off to a spectacular start.
There was no getting to that, no getting to it at all. Expertly done.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
The manager must have given them an earful at half-time, and fair play, because it seems to have worked. They've got to kick on from here now.
And it's played forward.
Bolivia have certainly changed the dynamic, but I'm not quite sure whether we're going to get patience or impatience now.
Looking to play him in. He can run onto that. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Aimed beyond the defence. That's good vision. Donnarumma with the clearance.
Bolivia really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
They're coming again and again.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Vega is the guilty party there. And no surprise, that's a booking.
Se está realizando un cambio.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually. Di Maria. Saka. Passing is crisp and sharp. Mbappe. Now he's off and running. Well seen. Saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Barella. Now it's Di Maria. The ball has bounced loose now. Did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. Barella. That's a cute ball. Good ball over the top. Nicked it back promptly. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside.
Cambio.
Couple of changes then in quick succession.
Yeah, they're looking for some imagination, and his job's going to be to add that element of craft and guile, the man pulling the strings.
It's played through for him. He is through here. He's had a shot! And yes, it's there!
And with the match slipping away, they have hauled themselves off the canvas.
The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Yeah, and having the thrust to get there is one thing, having the composure to score is another.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
That's just a
Real chance! Sticks it away! And the game is well and truly turned on its head.
They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
The danger was always there, Peter. We all knew they'd be pouncing on any slip or any sort of indecision. They need to sharpen up or it's going to happen again.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
And it's Barella. Barella has got himself a free kick. And he has shown him a yellow card. Rice is standing over this one. An opportunity then to pull clear here.
Going for goal! Denied by a great piece of goalkeeping.
Oh, the keeper, for me, just made that look an awful lot easier than it actually was.
Nicely weighted ball. He's picked his way through.
Can he finish? In he goes again. He's got a goal!
And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Look, that's one of the first things you learn, whether you're a striker or not. Just anticipate a goalkeeping parry or spillage, and sometimes you'll get lucky. It'll come your way.
So the lead now is 2.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Odegaard. Di Maria. Pedri. Haaland.
That's good play from him.
He's found a way through. That is ended up in no man's land. No unnecessary risks, and the game is petering out here. Rice. And it's Rice. Now Van de Ven. Calafiori. Now Van de Ven. Cash. Can he get on the end of this? Now there's a fine ball.
Chance for a shot!
And collective relief etched on the faces of the defence. That's at the end. They are pumped. Boy, they're pumped. A tough win earned through the power of will. And this place is bouncing. Mbappe taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so. Thoughts on what we've just seen?
Well, I have to say I'm thoroughly impressed with what we've just witnessed. As soon as they got their goal, you felt they were always going to go on and find a winner, and they did just that.
And that's where we have to end it. From me, Peter Drury, and my co-commentator, Jim Beglin, a very good evening to you all. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic.
This is Peter Drury, and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Cheers, Peter. It's a privilege to be here. It really is.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon.
Well, we're underway. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, a player I've been looking at for quite a while now, Peter, is this guy, Bastoni. He's always impressed me with the way he's gone about his game. He's physically dominant, he's very intelligent in his reading of the game and his positioning, and he's also now very confident in his possession and what he can deliver up the pitch.
I wonder whether that has anything to do with you being a defender once upon a time, Jim.
And we have our very first corner. And he thumps it clear. And now they can spring out of defence. It's played through for him. Munoz
Was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless.
not the most accurate pass. He's through here. Oh, he's burst through. Shot a goal!
Great build-up. It all deserved a better ending.
Rafael Leao has every reason to be disappointed after being played in so well. The gaffer won't let him forget that.
Cherki. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup.
I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Can he spark a counter here? And it's Munoz. Caicedo. Oh, that's well spotted. So a third of the match, or thereabouts, gone, and we still await the first goal. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Munoz. Now it's Isak. Isak! Oh, it's hit the post! Paulinho. Cherki. It's a pretty loose pass. Caicedo. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Rice. Rice is sporting a guilty look after that.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Passing is crisp and sharp. And it's Munoz. Van der Ven cuts it out. Cherki. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Caicedo. And it's Cucurella. Kluivert. Oh, nice touch. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. And he was alert to it. Now that's well seen too.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
He's shifting through the gears here. He's in a great position here. He's got away. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Here comes the... climbs up big! It's in! He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now, as you don't want to hand the momentum straight back to your opposition.
Well, that's been cut out, well played. Knocks it into space. Paulinho. Well timed, excellent interception. Can he get on the end of this? Isak showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. And again, they run up against stubborn defending. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. Chalobah. Out to the right. Looking to play him in. Rafael Leao. Brilliantly cut out. Cucurella. And we've reached half-time. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
I think, on the whole, the team linked up very well and has been organised. Hence their position. They can afford to be a little braver with the ball, I think. Something they'll be told many times, I'm sure, during the interval.
Leading 1-0 at the break.
Señoras y señores, tenemos un niño perdido. Al padre de un niño con mochila verde se le solicita amablemente ponerse en contacto con miembros del personal. Se va a realizar un cambio.
And that's the start of another 45 minutes.
Bolivia definitely want to carry on in a similar manner, although I would exercise some caution, Peter. You wouldn't want to leave yourself open in the early minutes trying to kill this off.
Threads one in. Rafael Leao receives it in a good position here. That's travelling a long way. And the counter is on. No way through there. Rice. Now there's a fine ball. Shoots! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Oh, he's been caught napping. And it's Barella. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him.
I'm struggling to work out whether that was brave or a bit stupid. Maybe both, actually.
There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. It's good pressure, good intensity.
Yeah, and if they're going to try and stop him in this fashion, Peter, they're going to really test the referee's patience from here.
Team still separated by the game's only goal. Passing nice and neat. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
Nicely weighted ball, and he cuts out the supply. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out. Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
This is a really front-footed approach.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Truthfully, it was hard to see any better outcome there. Tries to pass it through. He's picked his way through. He's had a shot!
Bolivia are totally dominant in the middle of the park, a no-way through zone.
Rice. That's a sharp pass. Short changes him with that pass. Oh, this looks sharp. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, while the temptation's always there, Peter, I think it would be ill-advised of them to try settle for what they've got. They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Great ball if he can get there. And he's away. Cherki, try. Real chance! And he comes up trumps again.
Cambio.
It's their second corner of the game. That's a decent clearance. Showing great feet there. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
He is just caressing the ball. Bellingham. It is a corner, good chance. So, third corner of the game. And that has been cleared. He's looking wide. Now it's Rice. Over to the left. Crosses it in. And that should get the job done.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Isak! And the lead stays intact, just.
He really didn't cover himself in any glory. His finishing let him down when he needed it most.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Played out to the left flank. So what can they make of this? Still just that single goal and we are nearly done. That's a little off target. And here's Isak.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Now it's Bellingham. Chalobah calmly anticipates. Well read, nice interception. Cucurella. He won't be happy with that one. Now it's Alvarez. Shot, surely! It's loose now and they want to get it back. And that's it. Relief, finally. Now at last they can enjoy the taste of victory. Fingernails bitten to the quick. Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening, and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing.
Well, I'm Peter Drury, and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter. Hi, everyone. The excitement has really picked up now, and I'm eager for the action to start.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on.
And already we're underway here.
Well, that pass isn't the best. Now that looks a decent...
Takes a shot! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Nice looking ball. Munoz. Looking for options for movement.
Munoz was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. The ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances.
And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Paulinho is wide and looking to get onto this. Oh, that's fabulous. Thuram. Now it's Matheus Cunha, and he's picked out the run.
He's through, it's Alvarez! Goal!
Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
It was wonderful vision to see the movement ahead, and how about the weight of that pass? Ideal.
So we have the first goal.
Well, this will present the manager with a few interesting options, Peter. Try sitting on this or push on with the opposition now forced to come out.
Kimmich did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise.
Well, it seems as if...
Chance for a shot! It's run loose, who's going to get there?
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
He is through here. Now the ball in.
Oh, well played, well played. Oh, well played, that has snuffed out the danger.
McTominay.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase, and of course those in...
Can he finish? He's done very well to get to that.
Matheus Cunha really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
No, that's been intercepted. Matheus Cunha.
Look at him, he's had a shot!
Nicely aimed pass.
And they can counter here. And again, they run up against stubborn defending.
And he was quick to react.
Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Now it's Matheus Cunha.
He shoots! And he nearly went all the way.
Mateus Cunha can really show some outlandish skills, which is always welcome and obviously refreshing.
Now it's Paulinho. Mateus Cunha. Great vision. That's good vision. And the keeper takes decisive action. Looking for the run. Well, that's beautifully weighted.
Real chance! It's there! They have grabbed themselves an equaliser.
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that...
And the finish! It's in! And they're back in front!
Well, I don't want to be overly harsh on the defensive side of things here, Peter, but the build-up was so slick and executed with such quality, it made life just that bit too difficult for them.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? Vega. Munoz. Kimmich. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And it's Vega. He has found the way through.
The referee's had a good look and given a corner.
And this could be the final action of the first half. Celik. Mbappe is onto it in a flash. And the first 45 minutes are up. So we have here a genuinely competitive game with neither team truly in control. A single goal the difference at half-time. No, well, the pickings certainly have been rich in this first half.
Well, I think the message from the manager at half-time will be pretty simple, Peter. He's going to want them to play at a higher tempo, press more, higher up the pitch, pass quicker, and entice the opposition out of position. He knows how crucial the next goal will be.
And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half.
Bolivia can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Passing is crisp and sharp, aimed beyond the defence. That is great defending, so alert.
All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
DiMarco. Bastoni. Ambitious ball here. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Bastoni is offering some sort of an apology there.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Now it's Mateus Cunha. That ball looks a good one.
Chance! They've scored!
Two to the good, and they are purring, absolutely purring.
A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
It's just sloppy to lose the ball like that, Peter. The ease which they were able to cut through them from there, that definitely doesn't have a good look about it.
So the lead now is 2.
Well, there's only one team in it at the moment, and the question is, will they be happy to sit on this?
Looking to play him in. Thuram under intense pressure.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contact seems to be the route to quietening him down now.
Chalobah promptly onto that, and that is that. Oh, easy pickings there. Mbappe. Munoz. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Now it's Paulinho. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
Cherki.
He's having a shot! Goal!
That is a super smooth goal. Beautiful manoeuvring of the ball and splendid authority in the finish.
Yeah, the touch before the finish is so often the critical part, and we've just seen an example.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. So, time for changes on both sides, actually.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Well, there's a real sense that the momentum has shifted here, Peter, and the crowd are reacting to that now.
Mbappe. Brahim Diaz. Now it's Mbappe. Tries to play it through. And no, that was never going to make it.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away, and eventually you might just get that little break.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Now it's Bellingham, and that could set him on his way. Oh, that's a fine interception. Munoz. Well, that's clear-cut. It's a free kick.
Yellow or red? It is red.
Well, there may be some scope for debate over the seriousness of the offence, but none over its repercussions. They'll have to see out the rest of the game with 10 men.
Se está realizando un cambio.
He's a sharp little ball here. Oh, good shapes to shoot!
He should have put that one away.
Mbappe really thought he'd scored to settle this contest, and he's struggling to believe being denied.
Oh, he's been caught. McTominay! Oh, the ball's run loose here, and he's following up.
Mbappe is onto this.
Oh, this team is relentless. They have a way of playing, and there's no compromise.
Decent chance! And he hits the net. 2 ahead, late in the day, game over surely.
Well, a 1-2 is easier to pull off than most dribbles, and I think we've just seen the proof.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
That's just as the manager...
And a chance! That's a lovely, neat pass. Cucurella. 5 minutes left on the clock. He's making a real surge on the left. Mbappe! And the pass is intercepted. Cash calmly anticipates. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Now it's Mbappe. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
4 extra minutes added on. Knocks it into space. Chalobah did well to stay calm there. Now it's Rice.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Oh, lovely feed, he is such a good mover. Oh, shooting chance! That's a half-decent try.
Well, even for him, that may have been a touch ambitious.
So, third corner of the game. Rice goes short. Cucurella crosses.
There's the shot!
Bellingham. Close, but time for no more. The whistle has gone. Well, here is a defeat that may hit them hard, and you can sense that all around us. Things going pretty